Well, hello there, and thank you for joining me today on Marie's Makeup. Today, we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial. And of course, you can add your own sort of twist and twang onto the style. This is just sort of a recommendation. Everyone has different makeup, so you can make your own. And I hope you enjoy. So, alright, so I have my hair all up, and I just have this little cute headband that I got from Shop Miss A. And it's really good for keeping your hair back. And it's super soft and fuzzy. And so I'm just going to put that on and I'll be right back. Right now, it's not the most glamorous thing, but whatevs. We're going to be looking glamorous after this tutorial. So let's just get started. Alright, now that we're all set to go, you're going to want to take some sort of primer. So here I have my e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer. And I already put this on because the camera is being weird. So I just put 4 pumps onto my hand. And then I took this sponge that I got from Shop Miss A actually, in a huge kit and whatever, and just went all over my face in every little crevice, because this face primer is supposed to fill in all your little nooks and crannies. And then I took my e.l.f. powder brush, and this is in the Studio Collection, and I just went all over my face, making sure everything was all blended in. And so we're ready to move on to the next step. Alright, for today I'm going to be using my Clinique Moisture Surge, and I am in the shade 02. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my hand. Probably gonna need more than this, but I just put some on my hand. Oops. And now I'm going to take, this is gonna sound really weird, I'm going to take my e.l.f. blush brush, which is like a tapered brush, and it's really dirty because I keep forgetting to wash it. Go Emily. I'll just use my other one. I should have a second one. One second. Alright, here we go. I found my other one. This one's a little bit crooked, but whatever. So I'm just going to take this and just start sort of spreading it out all over. Alright, so I have all my foundation on. And now I'm just going to go in with some under eye concealer. And I'm trying to remember where I put it. Oh, right here. Okay, so I'm probably going to use my Clean Color Eye Roll Under Eye Concealer. And I'm also going to put on my e.l.f. Tone Correcting Concealer, along with, just kidding, I'm putting this on later. So I'm going to put these two on right now, and then I'm going to buff it all out, and then I'll get back to you. Alright, so let's see how this is going to work. See, this is what I was talking about in my other video, about how it has sort of poor application. I mean, it's a good color. So under your eyes, and you kind of want to make like a triangle shape. Like, you want to go down farther, so you have more room to blend it out, and it looks more natural, rather than having like a huge white space underneath your eyes. So yeah, I might just add some of my e.l.f. concealer to the bottom of this. One second. Oh, and I took my nails off, by the way, because I'm going bowling tomorrow, and so it would be really hard to go bowling with nails. So now I'm just gonna put some of this on, I guess, because it's not really working how I want it to. See, this doesn't give you a lot of, I need to get a different concealer, because this doesn't give you a whole lot of product. Like, the tip doesn't put out a whole lot of product at once. So it's really hard to get good applications. And I look really crazy right now. see you want something similar to this, and it looks really, really crazy. I know, but don't worry, it's not gonna be like this. So I've been just using a wedge to sort of buff things out. I don't have a beauty blender, but I find that wedges work pretty well if you use it in the same technique as you would use a beauty blender. You know, just sort of like dabbing it around. Yeah, let me get one of my clean ones. 1 second. Phew, I was worried I wasn't going to have any clean ones. This is my last clean one, so I'm going to need to pick up some more sponges. Right. And this concealer isn't even really worked up. Oh, like, look. I still have a bunch of under eye circles. But it's also late at night, so semi-understandable. I might just put on some more. Some people like to apply it with their fingers, so I think I might try that now for the second application. I've never done 2 coats, but hopefully it's going to give me a better coverage because it really wasn't giving me good coverage. Alright, let's try this with the finger. The coverage still really isn't there. I just don't think that this is a really good concealer at all, so I'm gonna need to get a new one. And I usually get them like 1 or 2 shades lighter than my skin because this is like the darkest part of your face and you want to really brighten it up. I mean, it's better, but it's not good. Okay. So now that we're done putting on our concealer, I'm not done putting on my concealer. I have some blemishes that I just want to cover up. So after you're done doing your under eye, you want to go through and just pick out all your little blemishes. And oh my gosh, I cannot do this in the camera. Okay, I'm going to go back to the mirror because I can't do this in here. So just pick any sort of little spots that you want to cover up. And I sometimes do up here on my eyes because my veins show through really heavily up there. I'm not sure why, but they just always have. Okay, so now just do the same thing that you did with your foundation and your under eye concealer and just blend this out. And we haven't put our setting powder on yet, so hopefully we'll see a better change of that. And I might just add a little bit more blush before I put on my powder, just so it's showing through a little bit, because you can see with the foundation, it's really hard to see it because I didn't put a whole lot. So if you did that as well, ew, my armpits look weird. Anyway, so I'm just going to put some more of my MAC blush on. Actually, I might change it up because this one wasn't really doing much for me. So, let's see. I have both of the e.l.f. blush palettes, and they have the gigantic mirror on it, which is amazing. I don't want to use any of these. Maybe I do. Alright, I'm going to do this one right here. So I'm just going to get my blush brush back out. And I'm going to use this one from Icings again. And I'm going to use this one. Oh. Hello. We got some application there. And see, you want a sort of heavier application of blush. Now this might be a little bit too heavy. But once you cover up with powder, it should just figure itself out. If not, then you can always just go over it Also, I gotta blend it out more. So let me get my brush. So I also have this brush. It's the long kabuki brush from Icings as well. And I'm just gonna go in and blend this out. And I can't tell if my face is red from blush or just red from me smashing a brush off of it. Alright. Now I'm going to try to add some powder just to see if it clears it up a little bit. So I just got this a couple days ago just because I wanted to try it. It's the LA Colors Loose Powder, and this is in medium translucent. And I also got the natural, but this one is really dark, so I might need to wait till later on in the summer to use this one. So for now, I'm just going to use this, and I kind of regret getting a loose powder because it gets everywhere. So it just comes looking like this with a little poof thing. We're just going to ignore that, and then it just has these little holes, of course, and I'm going to use this brush because I love this brush, and I'm just going to go over. And it's good to use a brush with these because you can sort of dip your brush into like the holes rather than having to flip it over and make a huge gigantic mess more than you already did. Sometimes you do have to do like a little shake, but you want to make sure that your brush is covering all of the holes before you do the little maneuver. And you want to make sure that you put powder everywhere. That helps everything become one color. And I don't remember where I already put blush or powder. So you want to make sure that you put, for me at least, I have a really oily nose, so sometimes I try to put more powder on that one area to try to cover it up more. And see, the blush got toned down a lot. I think it was also just because of, swirling around on my face. So now that we have our powder applied, we're just going to put our powder away. Alright, and now time for bronzer. I'm going to take this bronzer, which was from my last Shop Miss A haul, and this is the Clean Color Tan Roar, and it is the matte bronzer, and it doesn't tell me, it's in Bali Matte, it's number 1. So I'm just going to take this along with, I have a really terrible e.l.f. fan brush, so I might just use this. I hate it so much. I need to get a real fan brush. This is just too thin and like flimsy. I just got it in a set. Like, there's this other brush that I wanted from the set, and actually it was more worth it to buy the set than to buy all the brushes individually. So here I am stuck with this. So hopefully I'm going to be upgrading soon, as soon as I find one that I like. So I'm just dusting it right here in sort of like the folds of my cheek, and I cannot get this. I can't look in here and do things the right way. I just have to look in the mirror. Now, sometimes I have an obsession with the e.l.f. blush brush. It is so amazing. It says foundation on it. So let me try to use my makeup wipe and see if I can wipe some of it off so I can use it. Okay, let's see. Alright. I think it looks good. So I'm just going to close this back up. And then you want to make it look less harsh. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your big fluffy brush, which in my case was this kabuki brush, and you're just going to go and run over it. Sort of blend it out a little bit, but you want to make sure that Obviously, you're not going to carry it all around your face, but you want to make sure that it's blending out from here, and it's going to blend up a little bit and blend down. So it blends in with your blush. So far, this is what we have. So next, we're going to move on to my eyebrows. Alright, so I don't do a whole lot to my eyebrows. These are my natural eyebrows. I don't shave them. I don't tweeze them. I don't do anything to them. This is them naturally filled in. All I do is take a spoolie and just sort of brush them out, which I do not do this every day, only when I do my makeup, and that's half the time. So I have my eyebrows all brushed out, and of course, if you need to fill in your eyebrows or do whatever you gotta do, you can do that as well. I don't do that though. So yeah. Alright, now I'm going to put on my chapstick before I do my eyeshadow, because it's going to take a little while, and it's going to have time to let the chapstick settle in and get my lips all ready for some lipstick or something. So, get your chapstick on. I don't really like it as much because it's not as dense, so it's not as, like, strong and pokey. So, yes. Now, I'm going to be getting my eyeshadow, so see you in a minute. Alright, so starting out, I'm going to take my Sephora Color Anthology palette. And I'm just going to open it up and get on this little bag. And so I'm going to be taking this color right here underneath the yellow. I'm going to be putting it all over my lids. So that's what I'm going to use this flat shader brush for. I'm just going to dip it in. Wait. You know what I just remembered? We didn't put on eyelid primer. So I'm just going to take my e.l.f. eyelid primer and just Alright. Man, this is a good look. Okay, now you're just gonna want to blend that around all over your lid, and sometimes you want to go up a little bit because you sometimes want to highlight your brow bone. I tend to, and it just makes it look a lot better, adds a little bit of definition and such to your eye look along with your eyebrow. I don't understand how people put on their eyelid primer so fast. They're just like, and they're done, and I'm just so slow at it. Anyway, there. Alright, now we can do what I said. So I'm going to take the second color down in the first row, and I'm just going to add it. And I might need to use a slightly darker cream color. I'll decide later. Alright, so now that I've done that, so now I have sort of like a base. I'm going to take my LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Sandcastles. So basically you're just going to take a super dark brown, and you're going to want to add it to the outer corners of your eye. So you're going to want to look something like this. And then you want to just do it to the other side. And you want to make sure that they're as closely identical as you can. It's hard to see exactly where you went. So it's okay if you go a little bit too far, as long as it's close enough where you won't really be able to tell. Alright, so your eyes should look like this, where they're pretty much half of that darker color. And then we're gonna go in with the blending brush, and we're just gonna try to blend these two colors together. So they're sort of like the happy medium. So it makes that lighter brown color. So you want it to look something like this. This side needs some work. There, you want it to look like this. And now you're gonna take your crease brush, which is really the e.l.f. contouring brush, and you're going to take a shimmery color. In this case, I'm going to be using this color in palette. I'm just going to put it right here along the crease. I'm going to follow all the way up, and then I'll tell you what to do after we do that. Alright, I'm just going to take this, add it to my crease. Oops, wrong color. And then, after you're done adding it to your crease, you want to drag it down a little bit, so then it meets and blends with your other eyeshadow colors. So you're going to want it to look like this. And it's really hard to see because my light is so yellowy. So you want that sort of darker brown up here that sort of outlines your brow bone almost. Yeah. And then you're going to just clean your little brush off. Obviously, this is not how you should really clean it. This is just like a little tiny temporary cleaning. Now I'm going to go back over my base color with a slightly darker color. It's like the same color but a little bit darker. And I'm just going to put that like in the middle of the transition between the two. So there's a little bit of a helping transitioner. Alright, now you're going to take your blending brush again. And you're just going to go all over your entire eyelid. You want to make sure everything is all blended out. So I think that everything is blended out fairly well. Now, sometimes, I don't really like to do this, but if you have a super duper tiny brush, let me see if I can find mine. I have the e.l.f. small precision brush, and it just looks like this. And this isn't the brush how well I did. So you can use a brush like this, or you can use the e.l.f. smudge brush. And it just has a smaller brush for more precise application. And you're just going to take a super duper light color, like this, and just add it to your inner corners for a little bit of light. Because you kind of have a dark eye look going on if you use the similar colors as I did. Got eyeshadow on my eye. Alright. So add it to the crease. And if you want, you can take that same color. I'm going to go a little bit darker because that was a really, really light color. And you just add it to your brow bone right here. You want to go just right underneath your eyebrow. Like this. And you want to just make sure that's keeping the shape. So see the difference? And then just do the same for this side. It's really hard to see a difference like through the camera and stuff, but there really is a difference when you add the highlight to your eye. It really just brightens it up. Okay. So it looks like this. So we're all done with our eyeshadows. So we're just going to put our eyeshadow palettes away. And don't forget to clean your brushes, because cleaning your brushes is super duper important to make sure that you don't get any sort of infections and whatnot. And I'm clearly not a good role model for cleaning my brushes. I don't do my makeup super duper often, so it never really occurs to me. I've cleaned them a bunch of times, but just make sure, especially if you do makeup a lot, make sure that you are cleaning your brushes every day or every other day, depending on how much makeup you apply, just to keep your body and your face healthy and clean, because it can really contribute to acne too if you are using dirty brushes over and over again. Alright, so now that we have our eye look, what we're going to need to do is take our mascara, and I might use a couple different kinds of mascara because that's just the way I roll. So I have this LA Colors Bold Lash Mascara, and it's just a tiny little one, but I got it for $1, so I'm not going to complain. And I might use this. So these are I'll show you my top favorites. So this Hard Candy one is my holy grail. Like, I've had this forever. I just can't get rid of it because it's holy grail and I just want to remember it forever. And I really need to get a new one. It's still stuff in it, but I'm pretty sure it's old. It smells pretty weird. This used to be like covered in stuff, and it is the Hard Candy Night Owl 234. So if you ever see this, I don't know, I got it a long time ago, a couple years ago. So if you ever see this, pick it up. Alright, so I have Maybelline 1x1 Volume Express, and this is in Very Black. You're never going to be able to read that. And then I have CoverGirl 24-Hour Lash Blast, and this is probably in Very Black as well. Yes, it is. And then, like I said, this is the Bold Lash, and this is in the number 307. Now, I've been taking this brush a lot because I just like this brush. It's small, and I can't really curl my lashes. I mean, I have really, really small lashes, so if you want, curl them before so that you don't end up ripping your eyelashes out like that girl in the video. So, yeah, just take and apply your mascara, and I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back. Look at the brush on this. Like, seriously, this brush is amazing. The only thing it's missing is that little end so you can get the inner. But other than that, this brush is amazing. And this is the Maybelline 1x1. Alright, so I have my mascara done. And I went really dark with it because I have such small lashes that going dark with it really, really helps bring them out. Another thing I like to do is I got this from Sephora. It's just one of like their tester mascara brushes, or you can just use a spoolie if you have one, and it helps to just like run through your eyelashes a couple of times just to make sure you get rid of the clumps and stuff. And it's nice to have a brush that doesn't have any makeup on it because you're not adding more while you're trying to break the clumps, so that's really helpful. And there's nothing worse than getting mascara on your eyeshadow. But it'd be weird to do your mascara before your eyeshadow, because then you get eyeshadow on your mascara. And there's no way around this. Sometimes you have to take the, like my lashes are pretty sticking together right now. So it's helpful to take one of those little brushes that you can use on your eyebrows and your eyelashes. Let me see if I can find mine. 1 second. Oh, there it is. It is short. So it's helpful to take something like this. I use this side to go through my eyelashes. As you can tell, there's some black there, so it's helpful to just comb through and break away all those clumps. Because nobody wants clumpy eyelashes. Alright, I think that's as good as you're gonna get. And make sure that you're working it from the base out. That's the best way to do it. Alright, so now that we've done that, you can add eyeliner to this look. I personally don't really like eyeliner because I just have really small eyelids, so eyeliner just like overpowers my eye look and stuff, and it just doesn't look good on me personally. But if you like wearing eyeliner, then go ahead, feel free. Also, if you want to do your bottom lashes, it just like, again, it makes my eyes look really weird if I do my bottom lashes. Sometimes I like to do my bottom lashes But today is not a no-go. Or today is a no-go. Yeah, ignore the first part. And my headband's falling off. I'm just going to take it off. Okay. So we just have, and if you have, like, sometimes I use this. It's the e.l.f. wet gloss, and it's the lash and brow. So sometimes I use this to set my brow. Not very often, because my eyebrows can do it on their own. So, yeah. Next, we're going to move on to the last step before our final reveal. Well, obviously I have to do your hair first, but I don't really do my hair. I'm just going to plan on brushing it out and making it look bottomless. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your favorite lipstick, generally a good color that's going to go with this eye look. I was either thinking like a reddish, because it's more of like a brown, excuse me, it's more of like a browny grayish, so I feel like it'd go really good with a red, or maybe a pink too, depending on what shade of pink you're doing. So I'm trying to pull my drawer of lipsticks out, so I just keep all my lipsticks in here. I don't have any high-end lipsticks. I don't really have much for high-end makeup, because I buy all my makeup myself, and since I'm a high schooler, I'm not really rolling in the dough, as some people might say. So, yeah. Oh, and also, if you don't want to do a lipstick, you can also just do a lip gloss. I think a lip gloss, a pink shimmery lip gloss would look really cute with this as well. You could also do a matte, because you got a lot going on with your eyes, so doing like a matte lipstick wouldn't be bad. So I decided, I think I'm going to do this lipstick with it. And this is the e.l.f. I can't remember. I don't know if this is like the mineral one or not. But it's Voodoo in the shade Voodoo. So I'm just going to take that and apply it to my lips. And hopefully it's not going to look really bad because my lips are so chapped. And I plan on putting a clear gloss over this just because I like that shiny look that really draws attention to your lips. Got a little bit off the track. There. So it should look something like this. And now I like to put lipstick on and then put lip gloss on. I think that's a really cute look. So now I'm going to take my lip glosses, and they're all falling. So I'm going to take my lip glosses. And like I said, I was going to do that clear one. No, if I can only find it. I saw it earlier. I must have put it in here. No. Oh, it's right here. It's right in front of my face. So it's just the NYC Liquid Lip Shine. And it is Cities Clear number 574. And apparently it is non-sticky, so that's good because no one likes sticky lip gloss. And I really don't want to ruin this brush on this. Oops. Okay, so you don't want to add a lot of gloss. And then you want to run over your lipsticks with your fingers because you're going to get a little bit of like excess due to the gloss. So you want to make sure that you don't have any excess collecting around your lips. So then you just want to take any sort of little cloth. These are my nail polish removing wipes. They're dry, obviously. And so you just want something like this to remove it. And also go like this. And this should get all the lipstick off that's going to get on your teeth. Especially if you're wearing red lipstick, because that does not look good on your teeth. Ever. Nobody can rock it. So, see what I'm talking about? Is it getting on your lips? So yeah, that's one of the things that you want to stay away from too, because it's really not cute to have lipstick build up. So there. Now we're going to brush our hair out. Alright, well, I'm done brushing out my hair. So this is the final look, and I think it's really cute. You can use it day to day. Do a colorful lip, super bright lip. If you want to wear it out at night, I think this would be a really cute eye look. For going out to dinner or something like that. Even, going out for a night on the town. Work, anything. I think it's really universal. And, if you want to brighten up the eye, or make the eye pop a lot more, like I said earlier, adding mascara to the bottom is gonna that's gonna give you more of the night look. Also, adding more darkness to the outside corners of your eyes is gonna make them pop as well to bring it more of a night look. And adding a more vibrant lip color rather than a more subtle lip color can really change up the look, along with doing eyeliner. Like I said, I don't like eyeliner, but you're free to do as you choose. So I really hope that you like this look, and thank you for bearing with me. I know it was really tough when you saw that blush on me, but I think it worked out good. See, this is what I was talking about. It looks more like natural rather than, bam, there is blush on my face, which is what it looked like at first. But you gotta blend it out, and then you gotta put, a little bit of foundation over it, and then you gotta add a little bit more just to build it up. And then add your powder over to the top, and you are ready, set, go, girl. So thanks for watching, and subscribe if you like tutorials. Thumbs up if you want to see more tutorials, or comment down below if there's something else that you want to see that I haven't done yet. So thank you for watching.